Welcome to Warrior Wednesday. We're the first Wednesday in March. And my question for you is, are you marching into your greatness this month? We just started March. We're March 4th, and super exciting to be marching into this month, getting ready for spring and moving forward. And so cool because February was a leap month and leap year 2020. And my question for you is, did you have that leap of faith to finally step in and do what you said you wanted? So super excited for you. And we're still in Pisces season for all my Pisces in the house. If you're a Pisces, comment with hashtag Pisces. If you're not a Pisces and you're a Leo or a Libra or an Aquarius like myself, or any other sign for that matter, like a Scorpio or, whatever, comment with what your sign is with hashtag whatever your sign is so I can give you a shout out. I love all my peeps, you know what I'm saying? So if you're tuning on here live, say what's up or give me some hearts or give yourself some hearts. And if you're catching the replay, comment with hashtag encore so I can give you a shout out and say thanks for tuning in. So today we're moving into part 2 or episode 2 of a 3-part series that I initiated last week based on some feedback I got from my clients on how to shift from overwhelm into being organized and some things that you can step into so you're in the space of being in flow, being in high energy, and also being productive, which is my intention for you, is to be in the space of productivity, creating from that space and not being in overwhelm and in breakdown. So if you're excited about that, give yourself and give me some hearts so I can see you and give you a shout out while we're on here live, or if you're on here live. So the easiest way, again, this is part 2, episode 2. And the easiest way for you to catch part 1, because we covered quite a bit of things in part 1, like what is overwhelm and some strategies on how you can get out of overwhelm into being organized. And we covered 6 things last week. So the easiest way for you to access those 6 things is to go onto my YouTube channel, which is Zena Solomon, and look for part 1. And I'll be posting part 2 today, and also next week when we do episode 3, I'll be posting that on there as well. So go on there and catch what episode 1 was about. Okay. So, we're going to jump right in. And before I jump in, I want to give you some quotes, just to get your, mind moving, like heart provoking, soul provoking, and thought provoking while we're at it. So, first quote by Mark Twain is, "The secrets of getting ahead is getting started." And a lot of times when we're in overwhelm, or when you're in overwhelm, you are postponing stuff. You're procrastinating. You're not starting things. So that's why you're in an emotional state of overwhelm. So that's a really great quote. The other thing is Barbara Hemphill said, "Clutter is nothing than postponed decisions." So if you're noticing that you have a lot of clutter, that means you're not taking action. You're actually postponing stuff and putting things on the side, and you're not being decisive about your actions. You're just like postponing, okay? And then Nancy Pelosi said, "Organize, don't agonize." So my intention for you is you actually get to be organized and not agonize and be in overwhelm. All right. So if you're excited, give me some hearts. And we'll go from there. So here's some effective strategies. And I say effective because they work, and they do work if you work it, okay? So first thing is you want to have a morning and evening ritual. So if you don't have a ritual, you haven't created a ritual, it's an opportunity for you to actually create a ritual. And what that will do is it's going to support you in being grounded in what you're creating for the day, for yourself. Because it is important as you're focusing on, whether you're working with clients, whatever the deal is, you're constantly focusing out and you're focusing on other people. And it's also equally important for you to have a ritual, a morning and an evening. And if you want to create an afternoon ritual as well, you're more than welcome to do so. And what that will do is it sets the context for the day. It'll set the context for the day for yourself. So examples of a morning and evening ritual could be breathing techniques, breathing exercises. Hey, Kendall, thanks for tuning in. Also meditation, prayer, journaling, reading a book, going for a run, exercising, yoga, whatever, right? So you get to create whatever that morning and evening meditation ritual looks like for you, and then share what is working for you. Like whatever is working, do more of, and what is not working, just stop it and cut it out and just shift. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2, you want to schedule and put things and schedule it on your calendar. And I'll tell you this is this is my motto. If it ain't scheduled, it ain't happening. I'm telling you right now. Like if I don't have it on my calendar, it's not scheduled, it's just not going to happen. That's the reality. So make a commitment to yourself even when you're doing your rituals, like whether like you're going to the gym or you have an appointment with yourself, you actually schedule it. And you also get to schedule the things that you got going on with other people so that you're on top of your scheduling and you're not like all over the place and scattered and all that stuff. Because I'll tell you, it's not cool to be scattered. Scattered is a lot of energy being wasted and you're not like honing in and being focused. And my intention for you is to be focused. So schedule it. Use a system that works for you. I use Google Calendar. I also use a passion planner. And I combine the two, and I use these two different things for two different reasons. So schedule it. Okay, schedule the things you got going on. Schedule yourself. You are your top priority. The third thing is so that you eliminate overwhelm is you want to plan the night before what your top 3 priorities and things are that you're committed to creating for the next day. What that will do for you if you plan the night before, you're stepping into the day being really clear on what you're doing. You're not walking into the day like fumbling and figuring out like, what am I doing today? No, you're actually in action. Like, you already grounded yourself. Like you're clear on what you're doing. So that's something that works very, very well. Is plan what your top 3 priorities are that you're committed to creating the next day and just focus on those priorities. Number 4 is you want to also focus on the one thing that will move the needle forward in all directions of your life. So even like when you have 3 priorities, what is the one thing that you can do, and what is the first thing you could do? Maybe if you're like a morning person, do it first thing in the morning after your morning ritual or whatever, and just commit to doing it. But that'll move the needle forward in your vision, in your dreams, in your business, in your career, and whatever you're creating. So focus on that one thing and then commit to that one thing. Number 5, I'm looking over my numbers here. Review your wins and accomplishments by the end of the day. So before you close out the day, after you do your evening ritual, if you will, spend some time to journal about what your wins are. What are you grateful for? What are your accomplishments? What did you create? What are you excited about? Like be in the energy, like this is the thing. You want to be in the energy of excitement, of be in the energy of creating, because like life is a journey. It's not a destination. We're not arriving anywhere. Ultimately, we're actually living our lives. We're in a journey, and you want to create the best experience for yourself. So take some time to celebrate your wins, because my experience of many people is they tend to be very, very hard on themselves and they tend to beat themselves up, including myself. Like I catch myself when I'm in that space and I interrupt it. So that's going to support you in being connected with yourself and not being in self beat up, like honoring the beautiful things that you actually got to create that day. So that's another thing. Final thing is focus on, which is number 6, focus on and commit to progress, not perfection. Progress means you're taking a few steps forward, you're making progress, you're not being too hung up on, it's got to be perfect, because perfection causes procrastination, causes overwhelm. They all tie hand in hand. So you want to get out of that. So with that being said, my little ninjas, hashtag little ninjas. Here's your mission for this week, warriors. Okay. So your mission for this week is you get to share what your morning and evening ritual is. If you don't have, number 2, if you don't have a morning or evening ritual, create it and share what it is. Okay. Number 3, review your wins and accomplishments at the end of each day and share what you're discovering. Like what's opening up for you when you're doing and you're being in that energy. All right, guys. That's a wrap. That's episode 2 for you. Okay. So thanks for tuning in if you're on here live. And episode 3 will be next week. So I'll see you next week. Same time, same station, 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. And thanks again for tuning in to Warrior Wednesday. All right, guys. Mwah. Thanks so much. Catch you later.